Hey everyone, Wednesday, June 14th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been an excellent day so far. I'm in a great place and excited for a productive session. So, going to hit some online classes here, going to hit a super quick guitar practice, and then just hit the production front hard. That's the main goal today. Try to get this bridge section idea knocked out and flesh out the rest of the arrangement if possible. I am a little bit behind on time today, unfortunately. Just making some new mistakes on the time management front, like I mentioned yesterday. Looking to clean those up, and it's a challenge. It's a day in day out thing right now, but I'm logging my errors. I'm making sure I'm developing new habits to keep that stuff from happening in the future. And we're all just dealing with our own humanity, which a lot of times is just all about like doing whatever's comfortable or easy or like whatever's right in front of us. And sometimes that takes us toward our goals. Sometimes it doesn't. So it's just good to be honest with ourselves about that. Honest with myself about that. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll talk you guys through as much as I can as we go through the session. Let's get it. All right, guys. Really, really good session. Back in the groove, fortunately. Had to make some adjustments, cut some losses, but back in it. Yeah, so skipped over the music technology class. It's just not a big priority right now. Got into the music business class. That is a priority, and that's going well. I was just getting the instructor's point of view on uh-oh. It went mixing, mastering, CD art, graphic design, and then now she's talking about, see, this is why I do this, web design. So it's an important thing to budget for. Obviously, your web presence is a major thing these days, and she had a good tip, which is if you have a budget of absolutely zero, just use Bandcamp. Bandcamp's free. You can even point to an existing domain name to your Bandcamp page. You can customize it, sell merch, all that stuff. Like that could just function as your website if your budget's quite low. So that's a really, really good tip. For me personally, I think what's most exciting to me is to just re-engage with my web development skills and my programming skills and just use this as an opportunity to grow those so that for future projects, I can pretty much just do everything I need to do, and then I can farm it out to other people if I really want to do that. So I'll see how far down that path I want to go, and I'll let you guys know what I decide there. But yeah, that was great, and then got a good guitar practice in, just doing some review, and then moving forward with my Musicism online guitar class, just having some fun with different strumming patterns and really starting to just experiment with different ways of using my right hand when I'm playing chords and chord patterns, arpeggiating things, just playing around, having some fun with it, different strings, all the strings, just a couple of the strings, that kind of stuff, and just kind of developing my own sound and my own opinion about what I like there. Then I took a short break, was reading out of my Recording Secrets for the Small Studio book. The author was just talking about how a lot of times less is more, especially when you're on a tight budget or if you're in a confined space. Sometimes just having an array of microphones that forces you to focus on mic placement, mic technique, and controlling the acoustics of the environment is leads to better results than just like throwing a ton of money or a ton of gear at a project, which I think is just really good advice in general. it's part of the reason that I always try to maximize the gear and resources that I do have as much as possible, rather than just getting as many resources as possible, because sometimes that ingenuity and that creativity is what pushes your skills to the next level, and then allows you, even when you do have access to amazing gear and resources, to do really great things with it and to use it appropriately. So it's just my experience. Let me know if you guys have thoughts on that. Then I moved on to the production front, got a good solid amount of time in there, and was just playing around with some processing for this bridge part. I'm really trying to get this, get something pretty unique sonically to happen. I don't know if I want to talk too much about it, but basically I want the sonics of the part to move around a lot in the stereo space, and like front to back in the mix. And so I'm experimenting with some cool ways of making that happen, using some of the stuff I've learned from my music technology class, which I was discussing earlier, about automating effect parameters using envelopes. And I'm having a lot of fun, guys. It's definitely a challenge. It doesn't sound like exactly the way I want it to sound, so I may end up doing some clever editing to get that perfect, but I've also got a couple other ideas that I can try to make it pop the way I want it to. So I'm excited, really, really excited about that. So yeah, I was just wrapping that up, making some notes for tomorrow of things to try. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process as much as possible, just making yourself happy, pursuing the things that you want, being good to yourself and the people around you. I mean, that's the world I want to live in, is where people are doing that. So that's what I'm trying to do, trying to be the change that I want to see in the world, and try to treat other people the way I want to be treated. And it's definitely a constant thing, but it pays off. So I hope you guys are out there having a good day no matter what. Let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, anything about what I'm doing here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Till then.